everyone who becomes a top content creator at some point is like focused on the numbers in the competition and how are all my competitors doing, who's like doing better than me, whatever, right? Like everyone has this mindset to some degree. And that's like the game that you're caring about. And throughout last year, it's like I cared less and less about that and more about the team success, like being the main thing that determines how I feel like about like, you know, am I doing well as like like professionally, am I doing well?
Stop. Hey everyone, Sage, it's hey, good.
All right, it's fine. Hey, do whatever. I thought it was like we both have to clap because normally I do these things like online. It's like you both have to clap and they have to sync it. But I guess it's.
You want to both clap? I'm down for it. All right. Sure. All right. 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Sick.
All right, it's
vibes.
now for sure.
Yeah, damn. Just worked on those comms, man. All right. Hey everyone, Sage Atuin with Stray Feast Sports. I'm here with C9 Assistant Coach Dom at the LCS studio during Media Day. So first off, very surprised to see you here. Last time I saw you in this studio, you were wearing like the Team Liquid jersey back in like 2016. What got you wanting to do that? Yeah.
I just thought it would be like a good experience, honestly. Do I hold it?
No.
Okay. Okay, all right. I'm not sure the protocol here. But yeah, I mean, I just kind of wanted to put my knowledge to the test more compared to like, you know, co-streaming I've done for so long. And I think that after co-streaming for a long period of time, it's kind of like everything. Like for me, I have like 5 years where I'll do something and then it'll feel like repetitive at a point. And I think coaching is just a way different, you know, environment. It's way different schedule for me. Everything is just new and it's more exciting. It's more fun. So that's the main reason why I want to go back, is I just want to be able to experience that again. I've always liked like the thrill of competition. I think even while coaching, you're going to experience that, like being really in the mix with everyone else and being somebody who's like deciding on what the plans are going into, you know, the next game in like stressful best of fives when there's like a lot of emotion stuff. I think that's extremely fun. That's something that I always liked. And yeah, I just want to experience that again. I mean, my goal is to obviously go international with the team, and you know, we want to, you know, do everything here at C9. So I believe in the team. That's like another reason I wasn't going to join a team that I didn't think had the ability to win. I think for me, like working with veteran players is something I wanted to do as well. I think that's also like a good mix. I don't know how my skill set would work with rookies. I'm not sure. But this was just like a perfect opportunity for me. And, you know, I worked remotely for the team last year. So I spent my own time with the team. We got to know each other. They know how I operate. They know how I think about the game, the types of things that I like to bring to a team, or the type of information that I like to provide, or the ideas that I have about the game already. So we already have that like basis with everyone. I mean, the only person that wasn't on the team last year was Ian, obviously APA. So now we're, you know, pretty much ready to just go get it again. So for me, it was just mainly the excitement, like the thrill of competing again, that made me want to go back and, you know, take a backseat on streaming.
Yeah, I mean, no, that makes a lot of sense, because I've watched occasionally some of the things that you've talked about about the life of just being a pro player. I think something you talked about was competing on stage, one of the best feelings ever, but then the actual day-to-day of being a pro player isn't that exciting. Was that the initial reason why you left? Because of 5 to 6 days you're just practicing, and then you only have like 1 or 2 days on stage, and then the day-to-day?
No, I mean, to be honest, the main reason I left is that it used to be a massive like pay discrepancy between being a player and being a streamer. Like if you ended up making it as a streamer, or even if you were like a mid-level streamer, you're able to like out-earn an LCS player easily. So
by times 5 or times 4?
Yeah, I mean, my first year was like times 5 or 6 or something.
Oh wow.
And yeah, like there was no franchising when I was a player, so you also had to live in California, so you paid a lot of taxes and stuff. So when I was younger, and I you know, I don't have a college degree or anything, I have nothing to fall back on. I thought that it was the smartest thing possible for me to make the money I could, because I'm not sure like where money is going to come from in the future, right? Like, so that was a decision that I made back then. And there was times where I actually thought about coming back, like in season 8, I was talking to teams. throughout season 6. I was talking to teams, but the opportunity never felt right, and it never felt like it would be worth it. So I just never ended up going back. And then once streaming took off, it felt like there was more to lose for me, like every year. And I think that I just kind of had to break out of that like cycle where it's like, okay, don't look at numbers and just like think about what type of experience do you want. And I think that like earlier on, I was just more concerned about, trying to do the thing that was going to like help take care of like me, my family, like, I want to have kids one day. Yeah. Set yourself up. I cared more about that than, doing the thing that I want to do the most, because I enjoyed being a pro player. I would have rather been a pro player for years than become a streamer if it comes down to like pure enjoyment. Like I always felt like that's kind of what I was like built for or something. Like that's how I viewed myself. But yeah, I just never got around to competing. And once I was streaming, it felt like it would be kind of hard to find a position like this one. Like if you're just a streamer, it's kind of hard to be like, oh, I want to coach, but I'm only going to coach a team that I perceive to be a top team. Like it just feels like almost like entitled, or like it just doesn't make sense, or like why would they choose? Yeah, like why would they choose me? So I think it kind of worked perfectly with C9, where I was able to like kind of do both for a year and prove to them my value while also streaming, and then now I can commit further.
That's actually a really interesting point that you brought up, because it's something that I think a lot of players wouldn't really think about, where it's you're making the money right now, but then what about the future if you don't have yourself set up? How did you get out of that cycle of just thinking about, oh, but financially, does this make sense? And then just kind of shift that more towards like, what do I want to do? Like, what's something that I really enjoyed? Like, I really enjoyed competing. How do I get out of that cycle of thinking of things through the numbers?
I mean, I think for me, it was just kind of that experience last year where as time went on, it's like I cared more and more about the team and less about like streaming. Like I think when you're a streamer, you get into this really like toxic mindset. I think everyone who's a content creator, you probably have it as an interviewer, where you're just like addicted to the numbers in like some way. Like you almost like judge your content based on the viewership that you end up getting, right? So people just have this in their head, and that's kind of like your competition, and that's what like drives you as a streamer. When you see numbers go down, you feel bad about yourself. Oh, is my content like terrible? Like, do I need to do something differently? And like people just always have this mindset, and a lot of people will say that they don't have this mindset because it sounds really good, but everyone who becomes a top content creator at some point is like focused on the numbers and the competition and how are all my competitors doing, who's like doing better than me, whatever, right? Like everyone has this mindset to some degree. And that's like the game that you're caring about. And throughout last year, it's like I cared less and less about that and more about the team success, like being the main thing that determines how I feel like about like, am I doing well as like, like professionally, am I doing well? And then I was like, yeah, I mean, I really want to win. Like I never actually won a championship as a player. Like I won
a regular season.
Yeah, like I'm not. Well, I've like regular season. No one cares about. I've won a regular season, but no one cares.
That Gragas splash and Massive Score.
Yeah, I mean that was cool. That's like something that the players actually bring up constantly to like joke around with me. They're like, they're like, look what you used to do 10 years ago. Like,
to crack early in the years though.
I mean, it was good, but like everyone wants to win, right?
Yeah.
And I've never got that experience, and I have been able to go to Worlds, but Worlds was different back then. It was like extremely short. It was like 3 best of ones, and that was pretty much my whole time at Worlds. So I really want to like compete, and instead of like calling drafts and stuff that I would do on stream, I want to do that in between games. Like I want that to be like the decision maker of like, oh, like we're gonna win this game now because we completely outdrafted them. Like I want that to be something that I can help influence the team with. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I mean, I just got out of the mindset by experiencing both and then just realizing like what means more to me. I mean, I think it was, like I said, it was a perfect mix of being able to like slowly transition as opposed to like be like, all right, I'm quitting this and I'm going full-time coaching, And I think that the thing about streaming is that, everyone always wants to stream as much as possible because there's momentum, and as soon as you stop putting out content, things go worse. But I think that like I still will be able to stream, and I think I have enough of like a viewer base that at least somebody will watch it, right? Yeah. So I'm able to kind of do both because streaming the way I do it is not just playing the game, it's watching the game professionally, which is part of my job as a coach. So it's not like if I stream for 4 hours of LCK, I'm like, taking that time off. Like I'm still doing something that will be productive towards, what I'm going to be doing professionally with this team. So I think that it's also like pretty like lucky how everything aligned, because I still believe that I'll be able to stream like 15 to 20 hours a week.
No, I mean, that makes sense. And a lot of the types of streams that you would do were always related to the game in some way, like whether it was analyzing draft or paying attention to some of the micro and macro movements of the map. Yeah. Like you were still keeping a sharp mind for the different metas and everything. Yeah. So then when you're making this transition into just coaching instead of just like analyzing the game, what are the things that you are most excited to work with players? Is it specific things around the jungle, or is it more like the actual drafting and getting your players to actually look at specific types of champions depending on the meta? What excites you most about it?
I think the thing that excites me most is being able to, because I've seen so many metas, right? And I think that a lot of times what happens is metas like end up repeating themselves to like some degree. Like you'll understand like, okay, if this class of champions becomes strong based on balance changes by Riot, what does that mean for the entire game? And I think that because I've experienced so much of this, I can put these together faster. Like I don't have to learn things for the first time because I've played and watched the game consistently for 16 years. Yeah, so I think that that's the thing that I think I'm the most excited about, is being able to like instantly like apply things and be able to like set us in the right direction quickly, as opposed to like having like processes where we're not knowing like what direction we should be going in when things happen with patch changes, balance changes, and map changes. All this stuff ends up affecting how you play the game. Like Riot has done stuff with now like waves spawning faster. You have Drake spawning in 20 minutes, but it's tankier. So what does that mean? Like how can you affect that? There's like the home guards in the game now. So like when all these systems change, I think that my experience helps me put those together faster. So just like setting us on the right track and just really getting into what is the most efficient way to play this version of the game, because the game is constantly changing and you have to be very open-minded, I think, when it comes to the changes that Riot does, because a lot of them you can never have the mindset that, oh, this can't be good. Like a lot of things just can be really insane. It's like, for example, lane swapping, right? People didn't lane swap for 8 years.
God, that was like last time I saw it was like 2016. I think back.
Yeah, but it was actually possible to do for all that time. It's just no one was like willing to accept it. It just sounded too crazy. It's like based on the changes in the game, they thought that it was impossible. But I feel like there's a lot of these things that happen where you just have to be willing to like get a feel for the game yourself, understand what it means, and if like things are actually overpowered, how you balance that throughout the rest of your team.
It's actually a really cool way to think about it. It's something that, because I also do Valorant interviews, and a lot of the people that have been in FPS for a long time talk about this natural floor of understanding the cadence of how these different metas and patches change. And then the framing, instead of just learning what's good, it becomes asking yourself, what are the different nuances in the changes that happen? And then how can I adapt with the changes a bit more? It seems like you were able to have that good base because of just throughout all this time, you're keeping a fresh mind to it and just naturally watching the game. How did you kind of maintain that without ever getting burnt out with it? Because you're watching like League of Legends for the past you were playing with Dig like 2012, so it's like 14 years. How'd you maintain that without ever getting tired of it?
I think there's like periods where I did get tired of it, but for me, it's like when I did stream, it's like if I'm gonna be streaming, might as well be paying attention anyway. Like I'm there, right?
Present.
Yeah. So just like trying to be mentally present, and then also just having something where like I always just wanted to like it's always been something that's been interesting to me. Like just trying to figure out like why things are good, or like how the game like actually should be played, and it's just something that I've always wanted to think about, because League is extremely complex. Like there's like easy parts of League where people say League is really basic, and that's a overall idea, but I think that the nuances are really important, and the details of the game pretty much skew like everything around it. So I've just always found like that there's just more stuff to know about the game. Always there's more, like no one knows everything about the game, not even close. Like people don't know interactions. You see like all these like pro player interviews where it's like, this guy is the best Lee Sin in the world and he doesn't know his Q2 executes or something. Like it's like you have there's just too much information for any person to know it. So like there'll always be something that you could be like thinking about. So I've always liked talking about the game. I like talking to, pro players. That's another reason why I enjoy being in a coaching position, because before I decided to coach, I'd actually interviewed all the like English speaking players on the team before last year. Like I just, ran into them. Hey, let's talk about League for like 2 hours. Like I'll make a podcast. And like, that's something I always enjoyed doing, was talking to people about the game. And I think that when you talk to a lot of people that are all specialists, you're able to extract little bits of information. And it's like everyone has something really interesting to say at some point. And then it's like putting it all together, I think is, something that you'll just naturally start doing. So, yeah.
Awesome, Dom. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Any final closing remarks, just quickly?
No, I'm good.
All right, sick. Yeah, of course, man. Take care.